The Pittsburgh Steelers are building a house on a foundation of toothpicks. Look, Jalen Ramsey just got traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and now I will admit, as a Ravens fan, they do have a formidable cornerback trio with Porter and Ramsey. They traded away Fitzpatrick, so the secondary is kind of a wash at this point. But at the end of the day, the X's and the O's are not always the most important. They usually are. Usually the team with the better players wins. Not this team. They have too many divas, and they do not have a coach to keep them in check. Look, Aaron Rodgers, in a perfect situation, he might be able to handle an entire season without blaming a coach, blaming a player, blaming the offensive line, refusing to play because he doesn't want to get the vax, but then also doesn't want to get the exemption. Something will happen with Aaron Rodgers. I guarantee it. Or he's just bad, which it probably will be him being bad, leading up to him blaming a coach, a player. Who knows? In addition to that, this is the worst receiving core Aaron Rodgers has ever thrown to. He has DK Metcalf, who is he's a good 2. He's not a true number 1. He doesn't run a route tree, really any route tree. He runs goes and slants. I mean, it's okay, but when other teams are putting their best cornerback on you and then giving help across the middle, it's not going to work out too well for you. Especially when you got Aaron Rodgers, who's not an elite quarterback at this point throwing you the football. You don't have another receiver. You have some okay tight ends. They're not going to get the job done. I'll just tell you that now. Jonnu Smith was also involved in this trade. Completely random. I don't know why he's going to the Steelers. They have 3 okay tight ends. I really don't know what you're doing with Jonnu Smith. I presume you're going to have him take some snaps at wide receiver, and Aaron Rodgers is going to start complaining because he's not getting enough separation on corners. I'll predict it for you now. In terms of the defense, once again, you get another big personality. TJ Watt's going to be complaining. He's probably going to tear a bicep from all the steroid use. Cam Hayward's going to be complaining. He didn't want Aaron Rodgers. Cam Hayward's going to be... The defense is going to be getting ran through. Cam Hayward's going to put his arms up and retire. TJ Watt's going to be injured by week 4, then come back and get injured by week 12. And Jalen Ramsey... I mean, honestly, anyone independently looking at this team, they know it's a dumpster fire. And luckily for the Steelers, they're not going to win the division, obviously. But with how dysfunctional Cincinnati Bengals are in, number 1, not signing or trading their star defensive lineman Trey Hendrickson, either they had 3 options. Sign him and he plays, trade him and get a first-round pick or a younger piece somewhere else on the defense, or do whatever this is, and don't trade him and don't sign him, and you get nothing for him, and you have the controversy. It's even worse than not having him and getting nothing back for him. You have all the downsides. And then, to make it even worse, Shamar Stewart, who I made a video on the other day with his contract dispute, he is also not playing. So you think that you're going to have a decent pass rush duo to mask how bad the defense is, and you end up with neither, and the distraction. So luckily, the Steelers might accidentally be able to luck into a 7-10 second place because the Browns are relevant. So it's between the Steelers and the Bengals for who gets the 2 seed in the AFC North. And with how dysfunctional this Bengals team is, you might be able to slip into it at 7-10. The Steelers' cap is 8 wins. They might go 8-1. They will not finish above 500. I project Mike Tomlin's gone by Thanksgiving. Aaron Rodgers is retired by Thanksgiving. I think TJ Watt is injured by Thanksgiving. I think Jalen Ramsey and DK Metcalf have fought multiple times, and one of them will get suspended by Thanksgiving. And the Steelers team is just going to be irrelevant. They're going to get some bum, no-name coach from the coaching staff. And it's all going to spiral. It's going to get worse without Mike Tomlin. You think it's Mike Tomlin. You get rid of Mike Tomlin, and you get rid of Aaron Rodgers and put Mason Rudolph. It just gets worse. Less drama, but even worse. So, yeah, that's kind of my diagnosis on the Steelers. Bad team, even worse personalities, and you got a lot of them. You can mask the personalities when the team is great, when it's a lot of good guys and a good coach, and Aaron Rodgers is playing like an MVP. You can mask it. You can't mask mediocre Aaron Rodgers. You can't mask mediocre Jalen Ramsey. You can't mask mediocre DK Metcalf. I mean, it is going to be an issue.